In this video, I'll be taking input from HTML file and storing it in Python variable. So for that, first I'll go on my app.py file. By the way, this is fairly easy since all the passing of data from HTML to Flask app is handled by this request function that we imported from Flask. So what I'll do is when the request type is post, I'll just print the form data first to show you guys. So I'll print a request dot form since it's in form, and from there I'll get this to do input. It's this to do is the name of the input field. So I'll show you the input field as well. This that is here. This is the name of our input field. If I let's just say if I change this to a form underscore input, the same name I have to pass in my request.form.get uh, function. Here I have to pass a form underscore to do. I did I spell it right? I think I didn't spell it right. FORM. Oh yeah, of course I didn't spell it right. Form to do. If I now run this, I'll do Flask run. This is in the Flask run. And if I go to my page, I have no idea why it's taking so much time to load. Okay, I'll do 1. So yeah, it's printing 1. If I type anything here, I'll literally type anything here, and I submit this, it will print anything as well. So yeah, now since our data is coming from HTML to Flask, let's just store it in a Python variable. I'll name it's in dictionary, I'll name it to-dos. So I'll do is I'll first create an empty dictionary. Then rather than printing the this uh, this data, I'll store it in the dictionary. So for that, first I'll take the index of that the next location where it will store. So I'll take out the to-dos length and add 1 to it. So this is my index. Now in to-dos of this index, I'll add that request dot form for fr form dot get. Holy shit. Form dot get to do. I'll change it back to do. In add.html, I'll change it back to do. So where it is here, it is. I'll find it and I'll delete till underscore. Rather than just saving it, let's just print it as well so you guys can see. So I'll print all the to-dos as well. I'll run battle flask run, and if I add an to do here, oh, there's an error. I tend to put equal sign. Wow, great. In my app.py file, cool. Now this will work fine. So I'll do flask run and I'll go to add page. There's still an error. I have an extra parenthesis at the end. Why? Why is there an extra parenthesis at the end? Okay, anything else? Please. Okay, now it will work. I'll add to dos. It's working, right? It's just slow. I don't know why it's slow today. I'll add one. I'll add uh, two, and I'll like add anything, which is literally again anything. What? Okay. So yeah, it's working just fine. I'll no, I guess I'll quit it, and rather than printing it over here, I'll put it in index.html in this card place, so that you guys so that our app work. To put it in index.html, first we have to pass it, and since we are using render template, we can pass normal Python variables mm, to our index.html, and we'll be using these variable by Jinja. So by the way, this left side to do is represented in index.html, and this right side to do is represented this Python files to do this one. So if I name it, for instance, I name it index underscore html underscore to do in my index.html, I'll have to provide the same name. Since, as I said, it's an Jinja, so I'll put under two curly braces, and yeah. So if I do this, now you guys will be able to see it. I'll do flask run again. I'll add. I have no idea. I literally have no idea why it's working so slow today. It usually doesn't work so slow. I'll add one with and typo, of course. So yeah, it's okay. I'll rather than just printing it like this, I'll just put it in a for loop for the cards. For that, since it's an logical statement, Jinja basically provides three type of syntax for these three type of statements. One is this variable where we use this type of brackets. Another the logical where we use this and modulus sign inside the braces, and third one is comment, which we barely use, but it's there if you need it. So these are for variable, and these are for for loop, for and if, and these these are comments. So yeah, for the for loop, whenever there's a note here, whenever you open any logical statement, you have to end it as well. So I'll show you what I mean. I'll open an for here. I'll do for to do in to do's just like in Python. uh, I'll end for after the div. I'll do end for without any space. So rather than printing this there, this is something, I'll print that to do over here, and in complete and delete, I'll put the ID. Oh, yeah. So for I to get the IDs, I'll have to do is I'll do something like from to do dot items. Yeah, and over here, I'll add index ID as well ID comma to do. So no, so now I can use Jinja for ID. I'll do that. Okay, I'll do the same thing over here, and I guess it should work fine. Let me clear and do Flask run. I'll add some to dos over here. One, what is the error? To dos is undefined. Yeah, I have passed HTML to dos in the Flask app, so that is the reason for this error. I'll do just check it. So I'll do it and I'll run it again. What might be the reason behind this slow working of this app? I'll do one. Yeah, it's showing over here as well. Yeah, so as you can see, the ID is also showing. If oh, I didn't mean to do that. What I have to do is in the complete C. So yeah, ID is showing as well. If I add another to do, let's just say anything. This is also working. Let's see. What this one? This one. Yeah. So ID is also coming up here. Great. So now, if you want, I can delete all those extra cards from index.html. So I'll delete. So I'll delete all these, and it should work fine. Let's just do Flask run again, and I'll add one again. So it's working fine, perfectly. That's good.